If you want injections anywhere, if you guys want to get fillers anywhere, like, just go for it. Life is too short to not be happy with yourself, and if that's gonna make you just a little bit happier, then do it. It's not hurting anyone else, it's not hurting you, so why not live your life to the fullest?
Sebastian Bales has done everything from an eyebrow lift to Botox and has shared it all with his roughly 13 million followers on TikTok. He's part of a growing trend on social media of social media influencers who are promoting cosmetic procedures in exchange for a discount from plastic surgeons and medical spas that are trying to reach a younger clientele. TikTok has over 80 million monthly active users, and 60% of them are between the ages of 16 and 24. And with 26 billion views for the hashtags plastic surgery and lip filler on the platform, influencers like Sebastian are without a doubt having an impact on their followers. But how safe are some of these procedures? And are these young influencers sending the wrong message? Kat Tenbarge is a tech and culture reporter for NBC News. Kat, thank you so much for being here. I immediately, when I saw this piece, I was like, I need to talk about it. For your article, you spoke with different social media personalities who all have really large followings, and they all said that they felt pushed and pressured to look perfect in real life and online. I mean, were many of them compelled to get these plastic and cosmetic procedures done because of that pressure they felt? And what types of procedures are we talking about?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. And yes, all of the influencers who I spoke to said that the pressure to get cosmetic procedures done stemmed from their online world. And what that looks like is other influencers getting these types of procedures done, which then in turn influences their peers. Things like negative hate comments about their looks have influenced influencers themselves, as well as feedback that they get from their audience. One influencer who I spoke to said that when he started changing his face and his body, the likes, the views, and the shares all went up. So influencers are feeling numerous pressures from the online world that are leading them to change their appearances. And those can be all different types of surgeries and procedures, things that are minimally invasive, like injections, Botox, lip filler, and dermal fillers in other areas of the body, all the way to some of the most invasive and dangerous surgeries, like implants and fat transfers, like Brazilian butt lifts.
This is so upsetting to me because, you know, I am not the person that's going to say you can't do what you want with your body. I'm the person who says you can do what you want with your body. But I'm also really concerned when I hear that people feel pressure to do really drastic things to their physical appearance because they think that if they look a certain way, it will make them happier. I mean, how much did you find in your reporting that that's really what was driving some of the desire by some of these young influencers to get these procedures because they felt like if they look a certain way, they'll be happier?
Several of the influencers who I spoke to said that they had gotten into the trap of thinking that procedures and surgeries would make them happier. And what all of those influencers said to me was that over time, they recognized that those procedures and those body modifications weren't filling the gap. So a lot of people who were as young as in their late teens and early 20s have already come to the realization that they didn't need to do these types of procedures. Unfortunately, for some of them, it could be a little bit too late. All of these different types of procedures, they're all medical, and so they can all have negative side effects and consequences.
So a lot of these cosmetic procedures, they're expensive, they can be dangerous. I mean, did you find that any of the influencers you spoke with expressed hesitation or guilt after the fact in promoting these procedures to other people because of those dangers associated with the procedures?
I think a lot of the influencers are feeling regret themselves. Many of them experienced complications, whether that was a result that didn't look like how they wanted it to look, whether that was having to go to the hospital for some type of complication after a surgery. Many influencers described wishing they hadn't undergone some of these procedures. And when it comes to influencing their audiences, I think a lot of them are also reckoning with that fact as they look back at their own influences and how they may have influenced others.
You spoke with a California-based plastic surgeon who said that his clientele is definitely trending younger. It's really troubling to hear. He pointed out that social media is really the catalyst here, and it falls short when it comes to exposing just how dangerous these procedures can be, right? You're seeing people document it, but as with so many things on social media, they're just showing you what they want to show you. I mean, did you find that the young people you spoke with had any concerns about safety long term? I mean, I follow people where they had procedures botched and then they're documenting their recovery of a botched procedure.
Yes. So several of the influencers who I spoke to did have complications. They did have negative consequences. And a lot of times I think that instant gratification feeling of booking a procedure and going under the needle or knife can then come back to haunt people, especially young people who may struggle with impulse control, body dysmorphia, all different kinds of issues and things leading into their procedure. When it comes to some of the harms that these procedures can impact, they can do things like accidentally put in too much filler and leave their face looking uneven. They can accidentally result in their features looking less defined. And a lot of these types of dermal fillers, things like lip filler, they're not actually FDA approved for people under the age of 22, but it is legal. So there are a lot of gray areas, ethically, professionally, even legally.
It is a scary, scary time out here. And everybody, it will not make you happy. That is not how happiness works. Kat Tenbarge, thank you so much for being here. Hi, I'm Zerlina Maxwell. Thanks for checking out our channel on YouTube. You can see more from Zerlina by clicking any of the videos on this screen, and make sure you subscribe below to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. Thanks for watching.